right, let's talk to Farah here. She's very, very confused, and she wanted our help trying to figure out why a good friend of hers didn't invite her to a birthday party. Hey, Farah, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Morning. Okay, so tell us what's going on. Who's the friend? How close were you? And it must seem odd that she didn't invite you if you guys are super, super tight.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say her name, but basically my friend is having a birthday party this weekend, and I found out I wasn't inviting, and I can't figure out why. We used to work together, and we've been friends for the last 5 years. But a little over a year ago, I left the company. I got this really great managerial promotion at another company, but I maintained all of my friendships since I left my previous employer, or at least I thought I did. And even though I'm a little older, I still feel like we're all in the same stages of our life. Some of us are single, myself included, unfortunately, no dating coach, but some of us, have boyfriends. Nobody's engaged yet. Nobody's married yet. Nobody has kids. So, because everybody's focusing on their career and advancing themselves and, getting to that next stage in their life. But I found out through a mutual friend and that, she's having her birthday party this weekend at a restaurant. And when I asked, if he was free to hang out this weekend, and he said that he was going to my friend's birthday party, and he thought I was going to be there too. So it was very awkward conversation. It was and I just I can't figure out why. I can't think of anything I said or did or to offend her so much that she didn't want me there. I went on her birthday trip to Nashville last year, so I don't know what to think. I'm very overwhelmed by it. If y'all could reach out to find out why, I would really appreciate it.
Well, I can tell you we've already done that. We'll have answers for you here in a couple of minutes. But if we're trying to guess here, and you say that you guys are all in the same stage of life, because I know a lot of times someone starts having kids or they get in a relationship, you just I don't know, nature just kind of pushes you in different directions, right? But that's not the case here.
No, not at all. It's and we, I thought we were in a good place, we still talk to each other. She still likes my posts on line. So I just felt very out of nowhere, very sudden to be excluded like this.
Well, I feel like maybe, and this is a hard truth, but we have friends that are friends of convenience and friends that are actually true to who we are and who we want to be around. And since you said that you left the same company that you guys were at, I know it's a hard truth, but maybe you were just a friend of convenience for this person where they saw you all the time and they enjoyed talking to you and they enjoyed being around you. It's not that there's anything wrong with you, but maybe you were just one of their best friends at this job.
And I would think that too, but she left the job and still went on the birthday trip last year to Nashville.
Yeah, but if you're planning it or if you're talking about it while you're at the job, or if you still feel some of that lingering closeness because you used to see them all the time, then I could see how you would get the invite.
You didn't have that you can remember any kind of awkward energy or awkward vibes at any point during her birthday trip at all?
No, nothing that I could think of. Everybody had a great time, and we were saying how much fun it was in the group text afterwards.
So I'm going to go real superficial here. Does she have a new boyfriend?
No.
Okay. I thought, there could be I don't want to bring Farah around because my dude might be attracted to somebody so beautiful, or I'm just going real low. I can't figure anything else out.
Yeah, and Farah, every time we do this, there's obviously something, and maybe this has nothing to do, maybe this is a her thing and not a you thing. We've had those instances before, but 9 times out of 10, there is something that you have said or done that you are just either misremembering or seeing in a completely different light. You really can't think of anything within the past year of you going on this Nashville birthday party to fast forward to her having this birthday party this weekend. Anything that transpired that would get you ousted?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, my thought is, I don't know that I entirely agree with Kristen here, because I've been invited to be in weddings before, and and I don't deserve to be up there. And they just define the relationship very, very differently.
Yeah.
And we just saw it in two different ways. So I wonder if that's what's going on here also.
I was in one of those weddings once.
You're like, what? Why are you asking me, man?
I was so perplexed. I was so confused. I'm like, why the hell are you asking me to be in your wedding?
You didn't think to say no? Like, nah, fam. Like, let's not do this.
Yeah, you can do better than me.
I was in my mid-20s, and that was like my peak people-pleasing era.
Yeah.
So if anybody asked me to do anything, I was going to do it.
This was a dude I just played baseball with in high school, and it was like 3 years later, and he invited me to be part of the wedding. And I, at that point, like Kristen, I didn't have the skills to say no. So
Yeah.
he's probably looking at his wedding pictures now going, I can't even remember who that little dude is. All right, Farah, give us a couple of seconds here. Our show director, Tommy, has already done the research. He's got answers for you. You will know why there is some weirdness here. All right, so our show director, Tommy, reached out to the friend to find out why you were not invited to this particular birthday, and he's got answers for you, okay? You ready, Farah?
I think so.
All right, Tommy, take it, man.
All right, Farah, I hope you got your thick skin on because this one might hurt. So I reached out to your friend. We're calling her Cameron, and I emailed Cameron. I said, hello, Cameron. My name's Tommy. I'm the show director for a morning radio show called The Bert Show. A friend of yours recently reached out to us wondering why you didn't invite her to your birthday party this weekend, especially since she was a part of your birthday trip last year. Farah says she's racked her brain and can't think of anything she said or done that would have offended you enough to exclude her. It would mean a lot to Farah if you would respond and explain so she could have a better understanding of what's going on or what happened. Thanks and happy early birthday. And she responded. She said, hello, Tommy. I am familiar with the show. Responding to this email isn't what I'd like to be doing days before my birthday, but here we are.
You do, but before you continue, Tommy, it is one of those things like, you are and you aren't, but like Farah, you're making her birthday about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, you are.
Yeah.
Keep listening.
Well, it's too late for that observation.
Oh, okay.
Cameron said, I contemplated not responding, but Farah does deserve to know the truth. Not inviting her was taking the coward's way out, so now I'm going to woman up and tell her why. It's because she's obsessed with money and flaunting how much money she has. It's really off-putting. When she moved over to her new job, she got a bigger title and a fatter paycheck. She's making about double what we make. How do I know that? Because she shared that with us on my birthday trip last year. Listen, I'm here to pump up all my friends. I want to see them succeed and love when they do. But I'm also here to see them stay humble. Last year on my birthday trip, she complained about our Airbnb not being nice enough, the wine we bought not being fancy enough, the restaurants we went to weren't upscale enough. I get it. She has champagne taste and a champagne budget. We do not. My birthday party is at a low-key Mexican restaurant this weekend. The last thing I wanted there was Farah complaining about the food and the atmosphere not being upscale enough for her. It's just a turnoff and really changes the vibe. I truly wish Farah well. I'm glad she's so successful, but the money and success has changed her.
Yeah. You don't need these non-bougie people in your life.
Who wants to hang out with people who don't eat caviar?
A bunch of broke asses. Where are you with all that, Farah? Do you feel that? Have you felt that? Do you remember complaining about all that?
I mean, I might have made some suggestions on some of the stuff that I like, but I never told her what nothing. I feel like I made some suggestions. That's all. I didn't tell her anything was good enough. I thought we were all having a good time, and I was like, recommend. This is so out of the blue.
So when you suggest a better wine or you suggest a better Mexican restaurant, she might have taken that the wrong way.
Especially on her birthday.
Yeah.
I think the repetition of it too is probably like, it would have been one thing if you made like a suggestion, but if everything they're doing, you're making a suggestion, that person on the other side of it, you're going to make them feel like nothing they're doing is good enough for you.
I mean, I was just trying to like make sure we were all having a good time.
Okay.
I didn't think I was offending anybody. Nobody said anything in the moment.
I'm going to come to Farah's defense here for a little bit, because especially with women, sometimes they take things that you say and they hear what they're either afraid that you're actually saying, or they take what you're saying and actually make it what they want to hear. So I think in this case, maybe she made a couple of comments that maybe could be skewed to amplify some insecurities that Cameron is feeling. So maybe Cameron is feeling a little insecure that she didn't get this new job and she's not making as much money as Farah. Mm-hmm. So then Farah says a couple of things about like, oh, we should get this bottle of wine. And even though it's double the price, maybe you're not clocking that because maybe in the back of your mind, you're going to treat everybody. But all your friend Cameron is hearing is, oh, well, she's suggesting that because she can afford it. And then you do that a couple of times over the course of a weekend where it can be a really high pressure situation where you're constantly around these people, to where she might have had some built up resentment. So maybe you weren't being as blatant about the money thing as she's expressing, but it's clear that it's rubbing her the wrong way.
See, I was very blatant. As soon as I started making more money, I had everybody submit their W-2 tax form. And those that made a certain amount are still in my circle, and those aren't, well, they're gone.
Write it on the list. Which one of your friends can continue being your friends?
Well, Farah, now you know, and so you can take that information and do with it what you want.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you can circle back around them now and tell her, look, hey, sorry about the miscommunication, but I don't know if it's going to change anything or not.
Not if she wishes me well. Clearly, she's like ending this friendship.
Well, I'd offer to be friends with you, but I'm broke, so move along.
You can't afford Farah.
I can't afford her.
The Bert Show.